Anybody else love water as much as June and I? I'll tell you what. Morning, everybody. Chad, Doss Farms. Boy, I tell you what, man. It's been a day already. It's been a good day. Remember, there's only good days and better days at Doss Farms. That should be how you look at life. Only good days and better days. It's one of them better days because I woke up and got a beautiful wife on 40 acres in Northeast Oklahoma with 3 beautiful boys who are all healthy and well and happy. Can't thank God enough for all that we have. As far as a good day goes, imagine living a life where your biggest worry is when your cow or your donkey is going to give birth. That's it, man. That's it. Still no babies. If you're new here, welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. We went all through Labor Day without getting more babies. And just to clarify too, we bought these cows from a farm, Lone Rock Ranch, an established ranch. Still love that gate. I had to take a phone call from buddy Jeremiah doing our fence work. But yeah, an established ranch, and there was just one hiccup out of the 70 some head of Longhorn that they have. And mind you, they've got like 40, 50 Angus and then 40, 50 Red Angus. There was just one hiccup with Glory, one of their cows. So as far as like, I just wanted you guys to know, nobody's complaining. We're very blessed, and here's why we don't have like a set calving season with this cow, okay? This cow was bred by either a Longhorn we don't know at what time or an Angus we don't know at what time. What that means is, that's why we don't know when this calf is coming. But as far as a particular calving season goes and all that stuff, I know people typically will pull their bull, and that way they have a designated calving season. This one is the exception. So beautiful, my goodness. You're such a stinker, man. Hang on. We gotta feed Izzy Pig first. Izzy P. Izzy P. No, but hold on a minute. Y'all aren't pigs. You're not pigs. Look at, what are you doing? Lucy, where's the baby? Now, Izzy doesn't mind. She'll get in here and scrap. All right. Take it easy. That steer ain't missing a meal, man. He is huge. All right, let's see if I can get them some cubes without everybody crowding us. We got to go pick up our trough. Taters, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Let's just go put them in here. You all are going to have to share because I don't have a trough yet. I got to go pick it up. There you go. Get in there, buddy. You got to learn. That a kid. So that's the difference in May of 22. Nope. May of... Frank, when were you born? May of 23, February of 24. Pretty crazy. What's up, buddy? Hopefully Izzy didn't escape. Nope, there she is. Being a good girl. Being a good girl. I would have poured it in a bowl, but you were kind of crowding me. Yeah, you was acting like you're starving, even though you ain't. Wait a second. Hey! You only do that with your repaired bicep, not the one that they just let grow back. All right, I can see the cows, so let's sneak around and flank them. We need to get the hay ring in there. This last weekend was Labor Day, and we took it easy, but we also did a lot of work. I set up some panels, I moved the chute, I moved some trailers, I've spread seed, I've done it all. I've really been a little workhorse, we all have. And what doesn't ever get neglected is like the animals getting fed, but the most efficient way to feed them would be if there was a hay ring, which we have. We just need to put it in there and bolt it together and put a bale in it. And another trough, which is literally waiting on me at Tractor Supply. I just bought a little one, but designated areas would be ideal. Izzy's gonna watch Izzy try and chest up. Oh no, here she comes. She saw me. I poured feed in the grass or in the hay for her over there. Let me tell you something, folks. That pig ain't hungry. Not one bit. She is the boss of that pen. Let's see if she'll go chest up. I want to see it. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh my goodness. She's gonna get it. She's gonna get it. I can't believe I'm not over there to film this. My goodness. Listen, first off, like I said, she's not hungry. Those are also 20% cubes. That pig and those donkeys don't need those cubes. That's not safe for them. That's why there's not very many in there. Smaller trough for going in there, and it'll be for the donkeys, and we'll have a way to pin them up, and then I'll have a way to feed Izzy where nothing can get into her. Like, I'll be able to close a gate and she'll be able to go under it, but nobody else will. And then as far as the steers go, here in the next couple of days, I'm gonna seed that pasture, or overseed it. And eventually we'll be able to feed cubes on grass. Now it might be a month, month and a half. And then of course it's gonna get cold and ain't nobody gonna have grass. But I will have designated places for them to get fed because they need very, very specific different foods. Very, very different specific. Yeah, I said that right. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I wanted to show you something before we go. That is some maple, like a huge maple tree. It was already down. We just pushed it out of the way, or coming down, I should say. My log buyer doesn't buy that. He only buys walnut right now. If anybody's out there, holler at me. Otherwise, that's really good firewood, correct? That's what the Google says. So I have no problem splitting it, stacking it, and selling it as firewood, but I've got tons of oak as well. So if anybody wants something made out of maple, I don't know. Here's some walnut we can take to the buyer. Right there. I can take that today, actually. We'll see. We'll see. They got to be 8 feet long, 12 inches around at the smallest end. That wasn't a significantly huge walnut tree, but if they'll buy it, why throw it in a burn pile, you know? So dusty. Some of you guys said when I cruise up this hill, which I got to get to the flat spot. Some of you guys said when I cruise up this hill, you can feel the wind in your hair. I thought that was pretty funny. But here in a second, I'll punch it. Stick the camera outside the vehicle and we can all take the breeze in like a dog. those safely. Hang on a second. Grease it, Chad. They're all up top at the double gate. We'll see, man. They're getting smart. They are. June and Little Donk are a long ways away. This whole stretch is 1,320. I would say they are 1,000 feet away at that first watering trough that you see them at. Now there's cubes everywhere. I got a bag and a half, or a bag and 3/4. Well, if that isn't proof that Glory ain't ready, nothing else is. Because if she was ready, she probably would not have made that trip. My goodness, we thought she was big a month ago. Goodness. Sonny, Bunny, MJ. What's up, buddy? Look out. Nelly, Honey, Maximus. Tipsy. Fiona, Princess, Miss Belle. Junebug, Beans. What's up, buddy? June, I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. Phineas. Little Donk. What's up, buddy? I got nothing. I got nothing. Anybody else see a little bag under there? What's up, stud? What's up, stud? There's cubes all over the place. Go get some, man. Golly. This is right straight behind her. And that little dangly thing is brand new this morning. Now I think I saw what would be a mucus plug probably 2 weeks ago. Or I should say closing in on 8 days ago, and it takes 2 weeks after you see that plug come out. Oh, snake! Snake, what is that? He's fast, whatever he is. He's not a copperhead, he's way too light. There you go. Woo! He was just a little guy, but goodness. I peed a little. I did. I thought he was coming to get me, man. Whew. Thought he was coming to get me. Yep. So everybody's healthy and well. These two have been flirting like crazy. That's how big she is compared to him. Now he's a little bit downhill of her, but Tipsy ain't a little girl. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. You take your time though, okay? You take your time. People ask if we trim their hooves or worry about it. We don't. We've got a lot of rock, real rocky areas, especially, like I said, that's 20 acres, that new pasture, and there's a hill that's just like straight rocks. I mean, it's perfect for keeping their hooves in check. Even the donkeys at our old place, we had a farrier come out. She said she didn't see anything of harm, actually. So I was pretty pleased with that. What I'm actually going to do too is, and again, we've only been here for 7 months. Wait, what's today? 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. The 6th of September is 7 months. The 7th of September, 6th of September is 7 months. So when I say things we're gonna do, I can't promise they're gonna be done tomorrow or even next month or even this winter. But one thing I would like to do when we run our water is, if time permits, I'd really like to build some like 12 by 12 squares of base rock, like with the aggregate in it, which gets hard like concrete, put it inside some treated timbers. And that way, when these cows come up to eat, they've got a designated area. It'll also drain water. Like it'll allow it to drain. Like what I'm saying is they won't be standing in a puddle like they do now. Because right now I just move the troughs every now and then. Like if it gets muddy or we actually get rain, I'll move their troughs so they're not standing in water. But if you put their water on a concrete slab or some kind of base rock with aggregate, it'll actually keep their hooves in check, and they're gonna drink water, obviously. That's the plan. Yep. Princess. Hey, she's got white on her belly. You really gotta look to see it, but it's there. If she'll turn sideways, we'll give it a minute here. Right now she's very interested in that weed. There it is. Oh, it's perfect. Pretty cool. Now, as this guy right here approaches 6 months old, he's kind of been leapfrogging them. Is that a PG term while I stare at a calf launcher? He's been leapfrogging a little bit. Let's keep an eye on him. He was 6 months. In 2 days, he'll be 6 months. In 2 days, we will have been here for 7 months. And yeah, crazy. No, in 2 days, he'll be 6 months old. In 3 days, we've been here 7 months. How about that? See all the rocks we've got on our trails? You just got to make sure they have high ground. If you can't do rocks, if you've got a really flat pasture, really flat, like the whole thing, I would definitely consider looking into getting some kind of rock pad. Oh, come on. What in the Sam hell? Got it. I'm gonna put this one. I kind of like putting these on stumps, so then they can find them. Yeah, if you've got really flat pasture and it holds water, especially if you're in a wetter climate, I would definitely consider putting in some kind of rock pad, or even just putting rock at your gate where you go in and out of that pasture. You know, just something they can walk across when they come eat. If you've got a wet climate and rock is out of your budget, or you don't have the means to do that right away, then just make sure they have high ground. That wasn't heavy at all. They'll probably knock that off at some point. I can always screw it down though. Somebody's been on that this morning. Whoop. Speaking of rain, there's like none in the forecast for us. It is what it is. I don't always use those trays, but like I said, we've been cleaning up, and they do make your mineral cubes last longer. Whew. It's humid. It's humid. Don't judge the shortness of breath. Don't do it. They ain't gonna listen. I'm drinking water, and it's hot, man. It's so hot. I mean, it's cool, but it's hot. So I was pretty much done filming this morning and gonna go run some errands, but let me show you guys something. Whoop. Almost hit the trough. Yesterday I brought the chute up here, and again, we've got 2 channels. Tag them or leave them. This is where you'll see more animals, but yesterday's video I actually set out hay and filmed it, and like in its entirety. And yes, when I set out hay, I typically do stay out here with them for quite a while. It's fun. They come up to me. I haven't been giving them treats, but they always want them. The reason I don't give them treats right now is just because they have hay, they get cubes. You know, longhorns don't do grain like a steer, like Frank or taters. You know, they like it, it's good, but it's like a treat, man. It's like you're giving them dessert, and it'll make them sick, so you got to be really careful. That's why I stick to the hay, because they eat that when they're hungry. They'll eat treats 24/7. Won't we all? But yeah, the difference in the 2 channels, I don't know, man. I just have so many projects and so many things going on that I feel like sharing, because I get your guys' advice. I brought the chute out here, and in the next DOS Outdoors video, I'm probably going to tell you guys how many 10-foot panels we have and how many 8-foot panels we have, and have you guys help me figure out some kind of containment system for a catch system. Originally, we were going to put the chute way over there. The problem with that is I've been watching guys like Cole Sonny, Alex Templeton, which she's not a guy. Sorry, Alex. Howdy. Miss Alex up in Kansas City, or north of Kansas City. I can't remember where she's at. We met her up in Canada at the ArrowQuip event. But I've been watching folks like them, and they seem to position their chutes where they have the ability to put animals right on a trailer or send them back out to pasture. Well, if I put my chute down there, they kind of all have to be in this front pasture, all of them. And this is the smallest of our, well, it's not the smallest of our pastures. It's the smallest of the pastures we keep the longhorns in. So what that means is they'd all have to be in here with all them horns, and there ain't much room to work. And the only reason I would put it up there is because electric and water are more readily available. But that was because 3 or 4 months ago, we had no idea what we were gonna do. Now we have a plan. It's a fluid thing. Thankfully, I've got an ArrowQuip 88 lock, the brand new one, the Mac Daddy, and it's got a wheel kit, so I can move it anywhere. But I'd love to have a concrete pad back here and then work out some kind of system, because if we put it right here, this is gonna be our biggest pasture. That's 20 acres. That's 8 acres. This is 5 acres. And this is an intersection between all 3 of them, okay? So all 3 of our cow pastures intersect right here. That's not always easy to do, but thankfully with planning and friends and taking our time, that's how we wound up. So why wouldn't we put it right here? I know I can run extension cords if I truly need power right here, but I don't even know why I would, because if we need power, I've got generators if we were to like set up the scales underneath the chute. But if we need trough heaters, I can run power right out of that well house 100 feet into this pasture, like a 100-foot extension cord, and I got a water heater. 100-foot extension cord. Actually, that one's only like 65 feet. So I'm not worried about that. And I'll probably leave all of these open in the winter. Maybe not this one. This one really needs to rest. It's the smallest. Yeah, I don't mean to ramble, but this is kind of what we do on DOS Outdoors. And I want to share with you guys too. But it's not like there's 2 different audiences. I just get more technical, and less look at those pretty animals on the Doss Outdoors channel. But just make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notification bell. I've never asked you guys to do that. I'm just telling you, if you don't want to miss anything, you know where to click. I don't feel like I need to tell you every video, because either you love me or you hate me. It's okay. Jesus loves me. That's all that matters. God calls us to love everyone. He didn't say nothing about liking everyone. So if you don't like me, it's okay. The feeling's mutual. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. No, in all seriousness, man, I'm having a better day. I am. Started off as a good day. I'm having a better day. What a problem to have, man. Trying to figure out where to put my, what is this thing? $15,000 shoot from our friends at ArrowQuip. All because of you guys. On my 40 acres with my lovely wife and my beautiful boys. All because of you guys. Well, you didn't help me find Ray. God and I, we kind of had a part in that. But you know what I'm saying. Not a day goes by that I don't know how blessed I am. And anything you see around here that's material is 100% for you guys. And that never escapes Ray and I. It never does. You know, I watch a guy named, well, his name's Garrett, but a lot of you may know him as Cletus down in Florida. And he's building his dream home right next to an airstrip. He's got his pilot's license, just a beautiful family. I believe he's got 2 kids now. His wife, they're younger. Been watching him a long time, man. But he talks about how nothing he's got going on is possible without his viewers, his subscribers, his fans. And that reiterates with me all the time. It never ceases to amaze me where I'm at because of a little hard work and perseverance on my spot. But you guys watching and living vicariously through me on this little 40 acres in Northeast Oklahoma, running around acting like a cowboy rancher, you know what I'm saying? Wearing Crocs half the time and a boonie hat. So we're not done. We got plenty of video left. I hope you guys find your 40 by 40, whether it's 60 by 60 or 6 by 6 or whatever. I hope you find your dream spot, even if it's right next to a runway. Hey, Garrett? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna make a note, and we're gonna talk about this in videos to come of how to utilize all 3 of these pastures meeting in one spot. It's real level right here. Gonna head down here and get these logs, these walnut logs. Take them to the buyer, see what they bring. We've got more. I've just never taken them to this buyer, and I want to make sure that it's what I'm expecting, what I was told, before I show up with all of them. So I've also got some that I can't quite cut down, a little bit dangerous. But I found a guy that'll take them out, and he just goes 50-50 on them with you with the buyer. So that's not bad, because they actually need to come out. They're in the way, these walnut trees. Leaving them will only pose problems once the farm is established, so they got to come out. I was showing you Lucy though a second ago, because she's definitely she's like standing. Like I showed you Lily. Lily's back legs are straight up and down. That's a terrible, I have no idea how to show you. This is Lily. Lucy's like this. Like her back legs are extended, her hamstrings, her hocks. She looks hollow in the flank. So let's go figure it out. I can tell I need to put a bale of hay in there too, because the cows are out trying to forage the steers. They're down there trying to forage, and there ain't nothing to eat. Because these are 2 young steers. And those donkeys, I believe, are like probably 12 and 8. And these steers are just not going to get in there and push their weight around. When you see Frank go in there and push Izzy, please understand that Frank is like that Space Invader kid that just wants to sit on your lap. He's not being a bully. He's a bully towards me. He's a little aggressive, but he's not being mean to Izzy, man. He's like a big galoof. The logs are over there. I just so happen to have my box blade on me. And I've contemplated making this a wallow for the cows, like a little, not even a quarter acre, like a tenth of an acre. Stick my box blade down here and see how well this comes up. Find a level spot too though. Woohoo! That's a big one. I didn't quite think that through. I probably should have put a bale on the back. I gave her a full send right there. That's probably 30 feet by 12, maybe 16. It's a good little start. I just wanted to see what I was working with. I have no idea what the soil's like under there. I didn't film dropping the logs off. So I was watching Lucy. I think Lucy's having contractions. But I also thought Glory was gonna have a baby May 29th. I know some of you are screaming at your internet machines at me to get a grapple. But here's the issue with a grapple, and I've explained this before. When you go to pick up one of these logs and you get dead center on it, that doesn't mean it's dead center. You might be dead center left to right, but that doesn't mean that's how the weight is in the log. You would think that this end is heavier because it's got this little offshoot, but it's like 4 or 5 inches more round right here in diameter. So that's why I cheated a little bit left of it. And when I pick it up, if I'm wrong and it's heavier on the other end, it'll just teeter-totter off. No harm, no foul. You square up, scoot down a little bit, give her a go again. If you're wrong with a grapple, and I know with a grapple you don't have to like claw it immediately, but a lot of guys do, most do. With a grapple, if you go to pick it up and you're wrong, it can't teeter off. It'll just teeter into your top claw, your top grapple, and bend your deck, bend your loader arms. I mean, it can do a lot of damage. So I prefer, these are hay forks, I've got pallet forks. I prefer to just use a set of forks. But just picking up a 10-foot log blindly right in the middle can do a lot of damage if you're not prepared. So I'd like to say ask me how I know, but I didn't do it. I haven't done that. I thought about buying a grapple for a long time, but I have picked up many leaves and branches on the front of these forks and never had to worry about where the weight of that pile was when I went to grab it with my grapple. So don't underestimate yourself and what you can do with a set of forks. So many beautiful trees out here. Sadly though, keep in mind, it's not like we're harvesting like this tree. It's missing the bark halfway up the tree. So keep in mind, we're not taking them down just to run them to the mill and see what they bring. They reach a point where they're dangerous. They're gonna fall on your fence lines, fall on your house, your animals, your vehicles. It's just good management. If I hired a forester to come in here, I guarantee you they'd really thin this place out. been a day.
Yeah, it has.
You want to join us?
Sure.
I don't know about you, but I had to get out of there. Carter's doing math homework. Where's Grandma Doss?
We were trying to do math homework.
Word problems. Simple stuff, division, multiplication, mixed into word problems. But you know, the thing that they do that they've done since we were kids, they throw in a bunch of extra numbers just to mess with you.
I don't know how to math anyway.
Well, you know what I do if people talk, like you go over to Kyle's and hang out and he starts talking all the numbers, I just go home. Just go home. I'm not going to hang out with you. You're going to run numbers all day. Anyway, you know what else is hard? Getting ripped off at the lumberyard. That's what's hard. So I got a question. He paid me 60 cents per board foot for all 3 logs. But 2 of the logs he made a dash on, and the other one he made a circle. And it was the biggest and prettiest. But I got paid for the same on that one as I did the other 2. And I just don't feel like he was being totally upfront with me. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't told him yet. I got 120,000 people that are going to see what he did. And I'm going to know the next time I go back. But that was an experience. That was a learning experience. I had to try it. I had to just take them. If it cost me a few bucks the first time, yeah, now I know. But it's like one of those things you pull in, they don't tell you where to go.
It cost you more in fuel driving up there today than...
No, the truck's not that bad.
I mean...
It's not great, but I will not head over there without probably a dozen logs. That's for sure. But that was actually one of the smallest oak trees too, though, that we have. Walnut. I keep saying oak, but walnut. I did find a place that does buy oak, so we can take some there. But they said don't show up with without like a couple tons of it, which would be probably 4 8-foot logs would easily probably be a ton. That's what we know.
That cricket's going to town.
He is, but you know what's awesome? This property and this house and you and those 3 boys and the amazing folks that watch us, the sponsors that work with us for no reason. I just sincerely appreciate everybody watching, all the companies we work with, everything. And I just couldn't be more grateful for y'all being here. We're very, very thankful. And I am super excited because I'm going to go in and finish my bag of burgers from Brahms. And you're going to do math homework.
I'm going to do math homework. Even after I just mopped up my entire Brahms Dr. Pepper on the floor because I turned around and knocked it off the table.
Yep. Carter's usually, if I can call Carter out, usually Carter spills something. He's really good at it.
We both are
but he comes at it. I mean, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. So, anyway.
So you eat your food since I ruined mine. I didn't ruin mine.
I'm gonna eat. It's gonna be good. All right. Y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces.